Hi, and welcome to Cheating Death by PowerPoint. My name is Laura Foley, Creative Director at Laura M. Foley Design. I've been helping my clients to cheat death by PowerPoint for over 20 years, and I'm here to teach you some PowerPoint design principles that will improve your presentations and help you to cheat death by PowerPoint. This is Lesson 2, Animation. I'll show you how you can create excitement and communicate better by using PowerPoint's powerful animation tools. Our eyes are attracted to movement. You can use this to your advantage when you're designing presentations because you can use movement to draw people's attention to your message. PowerPoint has some powerful animation tools that can create a movie-like experience for your audience. But you shouldn't just animate for the sake of creating movement or showing off because that gets old fast. Your animations should support or enhance your messages. Another common mistake is to animate slides that are boring to begin with, such as slides with bullet points, which you animate while you're reading them. You shouldn't be using this many bullet points on a slide anyway. An animated bullet point list isn't much less painful than a static one. You need to design a slide that's strong to begin with, then use animation to emphasize your important messages. Let's look at an example of a fairly complicated animation. Here's the client's original slide. Although it's easy to understand the James Bond reference, animation and sound could really sell this idea to an audience. Next, we'll see how this slide looks with added graphics, music, sound effects, and animation. The previous example was very complicated and required many hours of work to get it just right. I showed it to you to demonstrate the level of animation that PowerPoint is capable of, but animation doesn't have to be complicated to be effective. The designer of this slide tried to add a little interest by animating the word balloons at the bottom. Not only is the animation too quick to register, word balloons are the wrong graphic choice since they are a symbol for speech, not listening. Now let's look at the text. We are is one size. All about customer success is larger than the first two words, and that starts by listening is smaller than the previous text, but bigger than the first words. Creating contrast by varying text size is good if you're emphasizing the right things, but this kind is pretty random and it only serves to make the slide look bad. Let's take a look at the redesigned slide. We are all about customer success. That starts by listening. The focus is now on listening to customers. The same text is used, but this time the words customer success and listening are large and bold, which focuses attention on those words and creates a relationship between the two. The image is obviously of a man who's listening, and the words we are all about customer success disappearing into his ear imply that he heard them. Here's a different kind of problem slide, one that you've probably seen before. The problem is that right now you're probably trying to read the slide, and that's not good because the purpose of the presentation is for me to present the material that I want you to know at the pace at which I want you to understand it. And by showing an audience a table, you're allowing people to absorb information at their own pace, which may or may not be the same across the audience, and it may not be the speed at which you want to proceed in your presentation. So you need to break down complicated slides into more simple parts. And for this slide, I thought animation could help because when I looked at this data, I thought, well, we could use a target for a graphic, because this way we can illustrate whether a goal was met or if it was on target, whether it was close or they missed the mark, or whether they didn't achieve the goal at all or were way off target. Did we meet our goals for last year? We wanted to grow by at least 20%, but we actually grew 32%. We also wanted to develop 3 new product lines, but we only developed 2. Did we become a Fortune 500 company? Nope, that didn't happen. I hope this presentation has started you thinking about how you can use PowerPoint's animation tools to add interest to your own decks. If you want to learn more about how I can help you cheat death by PowerPoint for your own presentations, please visit me online at www.lauramfoley.com Follow me on Twitter, username LMFdesign, or send email to Laura at lauramfoley.com.